This is kind of surprising. It's kind of amazing. So I made this custom support for this part. It was too big to fit on my print bed. This is for my DIY build DZ330 HEPA filter housing, I guess. And but it was too big to fit on the print bed, so I said, all right, well, sorry to get this 45-degree angle features. I'm just gonna tilt it up 45 degrees and put it on one of those, and now it fits on the bed. But as I'm looking at it, I got a little bit apprehensive because mosquitoes in here. I get a little apprehensive because it's such a big solid print. I didn't want it to fall over and then get jammed and break my printer in various ways. So I decided, rather than using automatic supports, which I think might have used a lot more material, that I would make my own custom supports, which I often do. This is a pretty lightweight support. Now the crazy part is, I don't think the support did anything. I think the print was fine without it, and you can see here, there's an increase in gap. The higher it gets, it's an increase in gap, which does tell me that the part might be slightly warped by that gap subtracted from that gap, right? And so I usually put like 15 or 20 thousandths gaps when I make a custom support, because I find that usually works well, and the part tends to sag, 15 or 20 thousandths of an inch, which is a tiny amount, and it's very functional in most cases. But as you can see here, it's not resting on the support; it's curving away from the support ever so slightly. And so maybe up here it almost looks like something touched, but it's probably a gap. But so I think it's going to be telling here as I pull the support out. Entirely didn't need the support. This is ASA. Did I say that? This is ASA. Stock ABS settings. I didn't change anything. I haven't even re-glued the bed. I have glue on the bed, as you can see, but I bet I've done 10 prints without re-gluing it, with all these ASA prints. A lot of parts on this thing, a lot of little parts, some fair amount of medium-sized parts, and a bunch of large parts like this, in similar sizes, a little smaller, but yeah, so I still would put that support there, because if the glue, if I had accidentally rested my hand on that patch where it's sitting, then it could have been contaminated and lost adhesion and fell off and broke my printer. But very impressive. I see some. I thought it's almost like a layer shift right there. Not sure what was going on there. Yeah, I can see it over there too. So that's a little strange. Probably fine part. There's a few big parts that I'll just print on. There's a couple more large parts, and probably in this one, if this isn't usable, I imagine it probably is. Dude, that's so strange, that layer shift. I wonder why that happened though. It like shifted and then shifted back, and it's demonstrated by this. You can see it here too. Jeez, that's tough to see. Oh, there you go. It's like a channel. Weird. Yeah, anyway, so some of these big parts I really don't need to get the printer operational, and I'll just print them on the larger printer, and it should be all set. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, share, blah blah blah. What I'm going to do now is a one layer test, because I updated the firmware and the extruder and the nozzle to all the latest, and it really seemed to improve the printing. And I had done a whole bunch of first layer tests as it was, but that was with PLA. I think PLA. But this is while I have this ASA. I was going to switch over to TPU parts now. There's a few some grommets I need, so switching to TPU. But I decided, since I have the ASA in there, I'm going to do one layer test. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Good stuff coming.